Well, hey there, folks. Just like how only you can prevent forest fires, only you can prepare yourself for what's ahead on this podcast. But before we hike into the woods of horror films and all the terrifying tales they tell, you should know that on this show, we'll be taking a deep dive into some of your favorite scary movies. But be warned, there will be spoilers hidden behind every tree stump. So if you haven't seen the movie we're talking about, well, you should probably circle on back to the trailhead, partner. Not only that, but things can get a little, let's say, explicit around here. You'll hear strong language, and those opinions of ours, they can be as sharp as a bear's fangs. So remember, only you can decide if you're ready for the journey ahead. So stick around if you're prepared to face all those spoilers and listen to all that strong language and entertain some seriously bold takes. Otherwise, tread lightly. You've been warned.
All right, this is the largest postseason crowd we've ever had. And there's just no way with this skeleton crew that we're going to be able to handle it.
What Kelly's concerned about is we got more backpackers pitching tents than raccoons in the woods.
Okay, now everybody goes out on patrol.
There's no way we can keep an eye on all those backpackers.
Well, we're just going to do the best we can. Okay, everybody knows where they're supposed to go, so let's get with it.
Hi, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Monster Madness, a podcast dedicated to all sorts of creatures, features, and beyond. I'm Erica, and joined with me is a man who, much like the Grizzly in this movie, can tear through anything in his path, especially if he's hungry enough. My co-host, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to, there's a will, there's a way, especially if there's cheese involved. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry.
I don't know, but I really wish I could make it into a GIF. That face
was
so dead so dead inside, and just it was like, have you ever seen the perverted cat GIF?
I'd be shocked if I didn't. There's just like a cat sitting there wiggling its tongue, right?
Yeah, it's just like
I'm gonna.
It's just deadpanning and it's just moving its tongue. I don't think it's real, but if it is, it's the best thing ever. While Matt's looking that up, you can find Monster Madness on all your favorite podcasting platform sites, social media, things of that nature. Matt streams video games. He found it. He streams video games and drum sessions from time to time, and so you can check that out on our Twitch channel, and sometimes I join him in some gaming times. If you'd like to support the show, you could do so in many different ways. Join Patreon, our coffee, buy merch, donate to the show directly, whatever you want to do. And also feel free to leave a 5-star review. If you write something, we will read it on the show.
Did you see? I don't care about fuck your intro. Did you see the update to the Bledsoe farmhouse? It's like super bright inside now. I watched a video. I didn't play it.
Oh, yeah, no. I actually wanted to play tomorrow. I've been itching. I haven't played in a couple weeks. I think Brooke and her friend are actually going to probably play a couple rounds tonight, but...
All right, sorry, finish your shit.
Yeah, all the links will be posted in the show notes. You know where it is. So, Matt, do you have anything that fucks? Because I have two things to discuss. And potentially parallel show, or not parallel, I don't know what you would call it. It's literally the opposite of Does It Fuck? And I'm not. I don't have a name. I don't have it settled.
It would be an inverse segment.
Yes, an inverted segment of sorts.
I just blacked out. What did I say? Something smart?
You didn't. Kind of, maybe a little bit. I don't want to give you credit.
If only this were recorded.
I immediately jumped to the no because that's just usually because you're usually wrong. But you actually did say something correct.
Yeah, I know.
But no, today I was looking at a menu for something and I said the words, everything in this world needs to chill the fuck out. So I think that might be the tentative name for that portion of the segment. Because
no, this would actually be 90% of the conversations that I have with our dear friend, Miss Sweet Summers. It's just like the fucking world needs to stop.
Okay, so chill the fuck out is going to be a new part. But before we get into chill the fuck out, I have a couple things that heaved my jeebies this week. Do you have anything?
I do.
I'll let you go first.
As I mentioned, I tried a meal prep, which is whatever. Someone just is like, here's a huge ass meal, and then I portion it out like an adult. It's like a chicken bacon ranch with sun-dried tomato slow cooker cheesy bitch with noodles.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's super good. And it's just like, I can't remember if it was a half or a quarter cup of fat-free ranch dressing, a ranch packet, 3 pounds of chicken breast. You bake it, or you slow cook it for 3 hours on high, shred the chicken, dump in a bag of fat-free mozzarella, a bag of fat-free cheddar.
Half free.
A bag of like bacon crumbles, and then a bag of sun-dried tomatoes, and you just mix that motherfucker up, and then you just split it out. And then you can get like Baria makes protein pasta, so I did that. So it's just made with like chickpeas and shit. So it's with some broccoli. So
I
that
don't
fucks
like that
super
pasta.
hard. What?
I'm not a fan of that kind of pasta. Like chickpea pasta, I've had like what is it, Bonanza or Banza or whatever. And
Brahma?
the other one, no. It's like Banza. It's an orange box. I might be or it's not like Bonanza.
Oh no, you're right. It is. It's Banza. There's another one called Brahmi protein pasta.
Hmm.
That's lupini super beans and wheat. I have not tried the band. So this is like, I mean, I undercooked it on purpose because I was re-microwaving everything, and it's the
Yeah.
cavatappi noodles. I don't notice anything with the texture, but I know what you're talking about. It's a mixture of chickpea and like flour, so it's not
Yeah.
full fucking grainy bitch. Those butter beer goldfish crackers are fucking they're terrific. They taste like little tiny butterscotchy graham crackers in the shape of little
Ooh.
fishies. Yes. I'm trying to think. I got Dylan, our friend Chris, and I split a case of wrap snacks, which if you're not familiar are like wrapper themed bags of chips. And they did a 4-pack. It was 4 of 4 flavors based on wrappers from New Orleans for the Super Bowl. And because we bought it after the Super Bowl, it was like 50% off. So we got 16 4-ounce bags of chips for like $50, which is pretty fucking cheap, especially when it's branded with a wrapper. Those are really good. It's like a spicy honey barbecue, a Louisiana heat. There's like a barbecue all dressed type chip, and then there is one other one that's just like a spicy thing too.
Solid.
Booze fucks too, because the world is falling apart and everything's awful.
Yeah. I don't think we need to mention that in the sense of like getting into detail, but please know that we are here for everybody.
Oh,
because
yeah.
we are all suffering the same fate.
Yeah.
Americans.
Yeah.
We love you. This is a very safe space.
Did the government forgive my student loans yet because that fuckface looked?
That would be great. I have one thing that heebie my jeebies and then just a note that I have in the wrong section. But Costco heebies my jeebies. I recently got a membership.
Welcome to the good life. Get yourself a rotisserie chicken. Turn your seat warmer on to keep that motherfucker hot on your way home.
Right?
Thank me later.
So they have free 2-day delivery that they'll do like a lot of their dry goods. You won't get anything fresh. Like they won't do produce or milk or dairy or anything like that here. I don't know if it's the same for you. But like their warehouse and like delivery place that will not send stuff like that.
It was a delivery through Instacart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that they will do it that way.
Yeah, which I only did it because I needed eggs, and eggs are really hard to come by, and our chickens haven't started laying, and then they were out of eggs. So
yeah, I don't even think when we went, I don't even think I saw eggs because everybody's just going fucking crazy.
Right, I went again earlier this week. It was like Monday or some shit. Just no eggs to be found whatsoever.
So dumb. So Costco fucks, wholesale just fucks in general. There's something so intoxicating about that store. I don't know if it's their little samples or their wide aisles. I don't know. The large boxes. I don't know.
But they have really good, like for what you're buying, the stuff is really good. Like I really like their Caesar salads, like the big motherfucker, which I just make 2 meals out of. So for you, it's like 6. I buy chicken there because it's more cost effective based on the amount of chicken that I eat. Every once in a while, I will get steak. It's always good. I don't buy cheesecakes because I don't need a cheesecake that should be able to feed an entire football team for myself.
You don't want a $30 tiramisu cheesecake?
Oh, I do. I don't need it. I wish I could buy a single slice. Costco, maybe make single slices an option.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
It would be nice. But they consistently and traditionally have very good stuff. And the prices are always so fucking good.
I bought, I think it was 30 pounds of chicken breast. And it was like $30.
Well, probably, yeah. Their chicken breasts are always, they're $2.99 a pound or whatever. Those little six segmented bitches.
Yeah, and when I went, it was on sale for some reason. I don't know if they had like an overstock or something. So I got like a deal of some sort. And yeah, I was really shocked. I spent a shit ton of money the first time I was there, but I'm like, I'm not going to have to buy half of these things for I bought a fucking roll of aluminum, or aluminum, as Americans say.
Is it the fucking like food service one? That's
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, we're never gonna have to buy aluminum foil again. I was so excited.
My parents bought one, and my mom put a date on it, and they got
Mhm.
it in like March of 2018, and they're still going through
Amazing.
the thing. Yeah, I thought about
Amazing.
it. It's just where we keep our aluminum foil. Yeah, I can't fit the whole thing in there, so I have to like reconfigure the drawer, and then it's just goofy.
I was actually thinking, because we have in my house we have like cabinets above, and then there's like a bunch of empty space underneath it. I was thinking about like installing like a thing and just hooking that bitch on there and just cutting it with scissors when I need it, because I use aluminum foil all the time, because the kids are always like, want to reheat something, chicken nuggets. We got chicken nuggets. Here's the thing. You're an adult, but do it. It's a 5-pound box of chicken nuggets. But those fucking nuggets are the best chicken nuggets I've ever had.
So I know I've told you about the chicken nuggets at the sushi place.
I know you've told me about.
So
the
on
chicken
Tuesday,
nuggets
we
at the
finally
sushi
got
place.
Dylan to go. So we sit down, and it's Hiccup Spa, my other coworker Peter, Dylan's girlfriend, and myself. And you get an iPad, and I literally like, they're not even settled, and I've already got a shit ordered, because we have it down to a science. And Seth is like, "What did you get?" And I said, "Well, first off, I got 2 chicken nuggies." And then Dylan's like, "God, shut the fuck up." So she comes over and she sets him down, and she goes, "Chicken nuggies?" And he goes, "She really says chicken nuggies." And I said, "I wouldn't fucking lie to you." So he takes a bite. And he just goes, "Well, it's fucking Tyson." And I said, And he goes, "It's pretty good." I said, "I wouldn't lie to you." Like, so yeah, he did like the chicken nuggets after I made him eat them.
I should write. Well, I know the date of when I got the aluminum, so I'm gonna keep that in mind.
My mom does weird shit like that. Like if she gets low on a bag of chips, she'll cut the top off.
I do that.
Do you really?
'Cause
So
yeah.
yes, it's less reaching. I'm totally on board for it. I did it one time, and Alyssa looked at me and she goes, "You're fucking ridiculous." So I stopped because I was getting bullied in my own home by my 5 foot tall wife.
I I don't like my like knuckles getting all grimy and greasy, so I cut the bag so it's less likely to get my hands all fucked up.
9 times out of 10, I will pour chips into a bag because then that limits of how much I will eat.
You mean a bowl?
Sorry, a bowl. Yes, you're right. Sometimes I'll do a cup, like an actual glass cup. Like if I do popcorn, I'll just put it in a cup. It's because there's just more. So that's
No, same.
internal conflict of what word was about to come out of my mouth.
Portion control is what that's called. But yeah, Costco is the tits. I literally ordered today 500 dryer sheets. I'm excited. I'm never gonna have to buy dryer sheets again.
How much were they?
I think $11.
Oh, that's not bad. I usually just do the 240 from Walmart, and it's like $8 or $9. But you
Yeah.
probably go through a lot more than I do.
How many loads of laundry do you do a week, do you say?
It's hard to say. I do 1, 2, maybe 3 on Friday, sheets Sunday, and then maybe one more of clothes on Sunday. So 6 total, tops.
No, that's pretty much the kind of the same for me. And then, I do sheets every week, if not every other week at the most. And then, with the cats, because I'm very OCD and I refuse to let my house smell like animals, I like wash blankets and couch
Yep.
covers all the time.
Yep. I'm the same
But,
way.
so yeah, Costco's the best. But the best part about Costco is that goddamn glizzy.
Dude, I've still never gotten one.
You've never gotten one?
Because when I'm leaving Costco, the last thing I want to do is sit down and choke down a fucking hot dog with
Why don't you go get it when you get there and walk around and eat it and shop?
there. Like I'm in and out at Costco.
I'm making an event, baby. Because if I have to drive that far, I might as well take my goddamn time. And plus, it was the first time we were there. So we were there for like an hour and a half, just going up and down the aisles, like looking at everything.
If there are less people there, I will do that. Like I will go up and down aisles. If there's a ton of people there, I just grab what I need and I'm out.
Oh, no, I get you. But yeah, when we got there, Brooke was hungry. So I was like, well, let's go and get food. We just, got our picture taken on the card and everything, like total legit. It's amazing. And my bitch Jeanette helped me out. She was a lovely older woman who tried to upsell me the Costco credit card.
Same.
I had to deny her multiple times. She was the sweetest gal, but whatever. Brooke got a slice of pizza. That pizza, doughy but delicious. And then when we were on the way out, because she's like, "Do you want to get your hot dog now?" I'm like, "Girl, I know my stomach, so let us just get the shopping done. So if, we hit threat level midnight, at least we'll be closer to home, because I don't know if that's horse meat or what's going to agree with my body. So
It's premium cuts of pork. I don't know what you're talking about.
whatever. It's literally the size of my forearm. It's piping hot. I doused that mother effer in mustard and I took a bite. It had like a snap and I was in heaven. I almost ate that whole damn thing too. Please get the hot dog from Costco. Please.
I will, and I really should. I have nothing against eating hot dogs or any of that shit. I just never think about it till I'm on my way out, and then usually ours is like really busy because I'll go around lunchtime.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, Costco, Heebies, my Jeebies. But really quickly, and then we'll get into what movie we're talking about. Things that need to chill the fuck out this week. And this is going to be controversial because I know it's a fucking hot button food, fad right now. But I am tired of every fucking place trying to put hot honey on everything. I have never even had hot honey because at this point I refuse because everything is like doused in it. I don't care if it's just like a little drizzle of it or it's a specific item that like, oh yes, here is a, hot chicken sandwich with honey on it, whatever. Stop trying to put it on my pizza. Stop trying to put it like on every fucking thing. I saw hot honey in ramen the other day, and that's when I was like, everything needs to chill the fuck out. It doesn't have a place there. And again, I could be completely wrong because I haven't tried it, but it's being so forced down my throat, figuratively and literally. I don't know if I'd like it at this point out of spite.
You don't have to yell.
I'm just, this is the heated section of the show.
I don't disagree. I have a jar of hot honey. I enjoy a jar of hot honey.
But are you lathering your body in it?
No. And that's the thing is like, I'll put it on the occasional pizza, an occasional chicken wing. I like it, but it's not fucking be all end all. The first time I ever had hot honey was on a pepperoni pizza, and it was really good. And I applied it. It was not forced upon me. Second time I had it was on a pepperoni pizza, and he beat my goddamn GBs. It was when I was down in West Virginia, and the place made it that way, and it was super fucking good. It has gotten out of control. I'm trying to think of like actual decent applications. I made a Korean chicken sauce because I made Korean chicken nachos with the golden sriracha Doritos, and I used hot honey in that. It's fine. The problem is like, it's $9 fucking a bottle. So it's wildly expensive for what it is. Granted, if you don't bathe in it, it lasts a long time. I have the hot honey Ritz. They're fine. I plowed through like a sleeve because I opened it and then gave 2 sleeves away. And the last one's just sitting in my cabinet. I just like, I don't disagree with you, but it's the way that the world works. We find one thing that someone likes and then they're like, here, just fucking get bukkakied with it.
I just can't take it.
It's obnoxious. Like, think of any Netflix show that they really are pushing hard. Squid Game, for example. I don't hate it. I just don't understand why everyone loves it so much. It came out, then it was in Call of Duty, and then, they're already talking about the next season, and there's all this other shit that comes along with it. There's promotional shit everywhere for it. The world finds something that's decent, and then they're like, no, people are going to like this whether they like it or not. And then...
Yeah, it's just this oversaturation that I cannot stand. But either which way, do you have anything that needs to chill the fuck out as of right this moment? Or would you like some time? Because we do have another episode.
No, I'm good. I could complain, but we need to talk about this movie, and I'll complain about this movie.
I know you will. All right, this week, the movie we are discussing is 1976 Grizzly, also known as Jaws on land in a national park with fur and claws, basically.
Oh. Hey, you scared us.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
What can we do for you?
Stay out of trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Well, just don't take any unnecessary risks. This is a pretty tricky area. How long are you girls going to be up here?
Oh, we're leaving shortly, right after we eat.
Don't forget to check in at the ranger station before you leave.
Don't worry, we'll be down before it gets dark.
Okay.
So Grizzly is rated R. It was filmed somewhere in 1975. Don't know an exact date. It was released on May 21st, 1976. It is considered a horror, thriller, and adventure genre film. It's a runtime of 91 minutes, which is right in Matt's sweet spot. We have Harvey Flaxman and David Sheldon for writing credits. It was produced by Montoro Productions and distributed by Film Ventures International. The music was done by Robert O'Ragland and the special effects by Glenn Ross and George
Glengarry Glenn
Dodge.
Ross? No, more like Glenn and Gary. Nope. Glenn and
You all right?
Gary drop their eager nuts. No, fuck. It's a line from Zach and Miri Make a Porno, and now I've butchered it. It's one of the best lines in the whole movie.
It's like you're trying to say a rhyme right now. Like there once was a man from Nantucket. Our cast is as follows. Nobody knows any of these people. Christopher George, Richard Jackal, Andrew Prine, Joe Dorsey, and Joan McCall. Some taglines for the film. The most dangerous jaws in the land. 18 feet of gut-crunching, man-eating terror. Not since Jaws has the terror been like this. This summer, the national parks belong to the Grizzly. What's the budget?
750,000. I couldn't remember if it was 75,000 or 700, so I had to like scroll all the way back up. That's $3.3 million today. Now, are you ready for the fucking goofiest statistic about this movie?
Hit me.
This movie apparently made $39 million in 1976. That's like $221 million right now, which to me is obnoxious. It's obnoxious on so many fucking levels.
A fun fact about this movie, a minutiae, if you will, Grizzly became the most financially successful independent film at the time of its release, proving the appeal of Nature Attacks horror films following Jaws. People love Jaws. They wanted to see animals fucking shit
I guess.
up. And this is basically Jaws in a national park with a bear. We're going to hop right into the plot of this amazing film. So our film opens with a sweeping aerial shot of a national park showcasing its beauty and isolation. The peacefulness is short-lived as we are introduced to two young female hikers who are setting up camp deep in the woods. As they explore the area, one of the women ventures into the woods alone to freshen up by a stream. Suddenly, without warning, a massive force crashes through the underbrush. The woman barely has time to react before she is viciously attacked by an unseen predator. The second hiker hears the screams, rushes to help, but is met by the same gruesome fate. Their bodies are left mutilated, limbs torn off, and torsos shredded. The next day, Ranger Michael Kelly, the park's chief ranger, arrives at the crime scene after a forest patrol discovers the gruesome remains. Upon examining the bodies, he is disturbed by the sheer brutality of the attacks and realizes that this is no ordinary bear mauling. Kelly consults Scott, a dedicated naturalist and expert on bear behavior. Scott examines the wounds, this would be our Hooper, and is immediately alarmed, explaining that no modern grizzly bear should have the strength or aggression to inflict this level of damage. He theorizes that the culprit could be an evolutionary throwback, a prehistoric bear species thought to be extinct, possibly some Latin word for an ancient bear that stands over 15 feet tall. It's Arctodus simus. Look it up. Determined to prevent further deaths, Kelly insists that they close the park, aka like the beaches for 4th of July, and issue an emergency warning. However, his request is met with bureaucratic resistance from his superior, the superintendent, Charlie Kittredge. Kittredge is concerned about the park's revenue and the public perception, and he refuses to shut down the area, instead opting for increased ranger patrols. Sound for fucking familiar? And then the bear strikes again. As more campers flood the park unaware of the lurking danger, the bear continues on its rampage. A young woman camping near a river is attacked and killed in another savage encounter. Her boyfriend, returning from gathering firewood, stumbles upon her half-eaten corpse and runs in terror. Maybe like a half-eaten corpse found on the beach. Only to be swiftly killed by the beast as well. The attacks cause panic amongst the park staff and people inside, and Kittredge is forced to acknowledge that they are dealing with an unusually aggressive bear. He reluctantly authorizes Kelly to track and kill the bear, though he continues to resist shutting down the park entirely. Kelly, Scott, and Don, a seasoned helicopter pilot and Vietnam War veteran, sets out to hunt the grizzly. They assemble a group of park rangers and local hunters, though Scott warns that conventional hunting tactics may be useless against such an intelligent and powerful animal. The hunt proves disastrous. Several hunters are ambushed and killed, with this one scene depicting a man's body being hurled through the air as if thrown by an unseen force. Another ranger stationed in a lookout tower, this was my favorite fucking part, is attacked in one of the film's most memorable sequences. The Grizzly, demonstrating an almost supernatural level of intelligence, topples the tower, sending the ranger plummeting to his death before tearing his body apart. The hunt failing, Kittredge insists on a more aggressive approach, bringing in additional hunters armed with high-powered rifles. However, their presence only exacerbates the problem, pushing the bear deeper into the park and making it harder to track. Oh, this was fucking wild. I didn't think they were going to go here. So the next death is when a mother and her young son are picnicking in a secluded meadow. The child is playing and wanders too far from his mother. Before she could call him back, the bear charges out of the trees and decapitates the child in a single swipe. The mother, in horror, tries to flee, but she too is killed. Didn't think they were going to go there, but they also did kill a kid in Jaws. But this was like a toddler, and they were just like, cut his head off. At last, Kelly and Don take to the skies in the helicopter, using it to track the bear. The aerial search leads them to a hidden valley where the grizzly has made a lair. As they descend, the massive bear emerges from the trees and is in a hulking form towering over them. The bear charges the helicopter, swiping at it with amazing strength. Kelly, realizing that traditional weapons won't be enough, grabs a bazooka and takes aim. In a spectacular explosion, the missile strikes the grizzly, blowing it to pieces, and the beast is finally killed. As the smoke clears, Kelly and Don stare at the burning remains of the grizzly. The park is finally safe, but the cost of their battle is very evident. Scott and countless victims lost to the rampage of this bear, and the final shot lingers on the wilderness, hinting that despite the destruction, the untamed wild will always remain unpredictable and dangerous.
The only good thing about this movie is the fact that they didn't make 8 sequels.
They only made one.
Oh, I didn't even see that there was a sequel. I was just looking for that before I made that comment.
What's amazing is that it came out in 2020, and it's called Grizzly 2. It has like a subtitle.
37 years in the making. Grizzly 2.
2. Revenge. It looks like, oh my God, Charlie Sheen is in it.
So is
Charlie
Laura
fucking
Dern.
Sheen is in it. Wait, and George Clooney.
Get the fuck
Wait, why does it say?
out. No, George Clooney's not in this.
What the fuck? I'm literally clicking on images. It says Charlie Sheen.
Oh my God, you're
George
right.
Clooney,
Yeah.
Laura Dern.
I was just looking at Google and it wasn't in there.
37 years in the making, Grizzly 2. So they filmed this in the 80s and then didn't release it until 2020.
No wonder it looks so awful.
Yes.
Oh my God, the trailer is goofy as fuck.
Oh, I gotta watch this.
No.
We might have to do a bonus on this. Yeah.
Fuck my life. Why did I say something?
Oh, stop. Like, you don't have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is Grizzly. And we are 1000% going to watch Grizzly 2 eventually. But before we get into Would We Survive and some fun facts that I have about grizzly bears, Matt, yay, nay, or slay?
Fucking slay.
Really?
Fuck this movie. It's so fucking dumb.
I'm going to yay it.
Of course you are.
Because here's the thing.
But you nay this friendship. I had to.
You say it lists on like a fucking daily basis. And yet here we are. Almost closer to a decade than away from it. You know what I mean?
You keep talking. I gotta figure out when the fuck we first met.
7 years ago.
Why do you know that so quickly?
Because this podcast is 6 years old and
No.
we met at least a year.
Oh my God. We've been doing this for 6 fucking years.
I think so. I think it came out in 2018. Did I make that up?
You talk. I'll do math.
So I'm naying it because if I find like some semblance of enjoyment out of it, I can't like fully nay or slay something. This movie made me fucking laugh. The way that they filmed the bear, it's a normal fucking grizzly or brown bear, but they literally just filmed it and used props like fake bear arms and just had it like standing on its hind legs, never near really anybody, because it's a normal fucking size bear. There's no 15-foot bears. But before we get into Would We Survive, I want to toss some bear knowledge on yo ass.
So the first episode of this was in September of 2019. So
God damn.
no, because the last time we talked about it, I just Googled it and it was before the Galactic Netcast webpage was gone. So that page just popped up and now Holy shit. Damien 2 The Omen has 51,000 views. 5,100.
Of your episode?
And then there's The Shining has 6.
It's really funny how that works, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they're all like re-uploads or some shit, but wow.
Popular dude.
No. I've been ridiculed far more on the internet than I have anything else.
Fuck the internet. So
Found your episode. For some reason it's uploaded twice. 24 views though. Thanks.
hey, you're welcome. I do what I can. My popularity really just flooded your show. They're not truly. The name grizzly bear comes from the grizzled and grayish appearance of the fur, but not all grizzly bears actually look grizzled. In some regions, they are simply known as brown bears, as they are a subspecies of a broader brown bear family.
Fuck bears. I realized I watched The Frighteners for episode 54 of the podcast Terror. I don't remember it.
Oh, that was a lot of years ago.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say. Finally, booze comes in handy. Continue.
There it is. Despite their massive size, grizzly bears are incredibly fast. They can reach speeds up to 35 to 40 miles per hour, which is faster than Usain Bolt. Just so you know. Grizzly bears have an estimated bite force of around close to 1,200 psi. It's stronger than a lion, 2 times stronger than a lion, and even a great white shark. They both have a psi between 625 and 650, and their jaws can easily crush bones. So bears are fucking beasts, and they're one of my favorite animals because they're just so fascinating to me, and I'll dive into that a little bit further, but they scare the shit out of me. Grizzly bear claws are much longer than black bear claws, measuring up to 4 inches long, and that's why bear attacks are pretty fucking gnarly. Like, if you just Google bear attack, you're going to see someone with like half their fucking face hanging off. It's disgusting. They have an incredible sense of smell. They can detect food over 20 miles away. They are omnivores, but they actually mainly eat plants. About 90% of their diet is vegetation. They can hibernate for 5 to 7 months. Their heart rate goes from 50 beats to about 8 to 12 when they're in hibernation. And I fully wish that I could come back in my next life as a bear to sleep half my life away, because that would be great. They can swim very long distances, so don't think that that's the way you're going to get out of shit. Bears can swim very well. They are very intelligent. They can exhibit problem-solving skills, memory retention, and even playful behavior. Some have been observed using tools such as sticks to scratch themselves. They can weigh between 400 and 800 pounds, but they have been recorded to be at up to 1,200 pounds. This one is a little bit of a sad fact. I mean, unless you're completely petrified of bears. While grizzlies are thriving in Alaska and parts of Canada, their population in the U.S. has dwindled to less than 2,000, and they mostly stay in protected areas like Yellowstone and Glacier National Park, which is fine. I don't want a grizzly bear walking down the streets of my neighborhood, but I want them to thrive just like I want everybody to thrive. So, Matt, with all of that knowledge and the fact that most bear attacks are defensive attacks, they think that they need to defend themselves. They rarely hunt because if they hear humans, they tend to kind of go away. They're not looking for humans. But if they get the taste of humans, then they want humans. They're not really surprise attackers or scavenging attackers. If they're scavenging and attacking you because they're starving, you have been in an area where you shouldn't have been, because bears are getting close to hibernation, and that's when they're very aggressive. But yeah, so knowing that you really kind of have to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, do you think that you're surviving a bear attack? Like, you're walking in the woods with Judy.
Sweet precious Judy.
I'm trying to give you more motivation to run.
Oh,
Because if it was you, you'd just lay on the ground and play dead. But if you have Judy, you're gonna we have to save Judy with arms wide open.
The world is a better place with Judy in it.
It sure is.
It's a tough one, man. They're fast motherfuckers. I'm not fast. I am built for strength, not speed. That's a tough one. If it's like I see it from a distance, it hasn't seen me, I have the ability to get away, I think I could do it. Judy's not a barker, so I think we'd be safe. I would just have to pick her up, and then she would be very uncomfortable with everything, and then we could get away. If that bear sees me, I'm toast. End of story.
It might see you and be like, one of my own, and then just nuzzle your head.
I'm not hairy enough.
I mean, if you're in your hoodie, the imagination could go wild.
Yeah, and then before we know it, bear's trying to make sweet, sweet bear love to my butthole.
And then then you make a hybrid baby, and then there's like Matt Bear.
Matt Bear Man.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of us would say that. Like, if a bear sees us, we're fucked. Have you ever seen a bear in real life?
No, and it's funny because on the old for sale listing for the house behind us, one of the pictures they included was a picture of a bear.
A bear.
A bear.
Da bears.
Excuse me. When I played D&D, one of the girlfriend of the guy who ran everything, she had the ability to turn into a bear, and she would just get really drunk and just go, turn into a bear, because she was from the South. So yeah, everything sounded like fucking sweet tea.
There you go. I have seen a bear in real life, but it was a black bear. It was on the side of the road, just like
Good
walking
thing I
on the
didn't
hot-
ask you.
Yeah, well, I was going to tell you anyway. You never ask me. I always have to answer my own questions.
I'm sorry. That makes me a really shitty friend, and now I feel super bad about it. I apologize.
It's okay. We'll work on it. No. You are one of the most considerate people I know. I'm fucking with you.
Sometimes I forget to ask people how they're doing and shit like that, and it's not from any other reason other than it just didn't come to mind. I mean, I have seen a bear in a zoo, and I understand that's not the question that you've asked, and I will let you tell your story.
Oh, no. I mean, it really isn't a crazy story. I was stuck in traffic on some highway. I think I was in New York, like upper New York. And
I just picture you in traffic, and you look over, and there's just a fucking bear in the car next to you shaking its paw at someone. No, your story is the bear is on the side of the road. I'm picturing a bear driving like a fucking...
We should have left 45 minutes ago, Janet.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And then there's a little bear cub in the back screaming because he's got to pee. The other one's asking if we're there yet. This is why Harold the bear killed his whole family.
Poor Janet and cubs. But yeah, I mean, it was a black bear, and people were slowing down even more so to look at it. And I'm like, guys, it's just a fucking black bear. Just leave it alone. It's not going to go in the road. It's probably petrified, and it's going to go right back into the fucking woods and eat a fucking bird. I don't know. But yeah, man, bears are something. Have you ever heard of Timothy Treadwell?
I don't know why I know that name, but I know that name.
It's Grizzly Man. Have you ever seen that documentary?
No. I know that he gets eaten, though. Someone ruined the ending for me.
No, I mean, everybody knows that he died. It's free on Tubi. If you're a documentary boy and want to...
Well, fair enough. I do like documentaries. I'm not opposed to this. I just... I don't know, man. I like to laugh lately. I'm on a weird, like, rabbit hole of going through these old Podcast of Terror episodes and seeing who was on them. And, like, I don't remember who some of these people are. It's nice to see that there's proof that I knew Annie Chang before she was on the fucking TV show with John Cena.
There you go, man. Get her back.
Well, I think we're still Facebook friends. I don't know. She may have unfriended me. And I wouldn't blame her.
Wow, you're lovely. So, Grizzly Man, I would advise watching the documentary because it's a very good documentary. But Timothy Treadwell was a guy who was a bear advocate. He would stay in a national park in Alaska and just chill with bears for months at a time, right before they went into hibernation. And his friends and like the bear groups, advocacy groups, which are needed, I'm not saying they're not, very much think that his death was extremely tragic and shocking. Watching that documentary, he had no business being there. He had no training to be there. Even if he was an avid outdoorsman, he was illegally in these areas, and he died because of his lack of preparation, and he got someone else killed at the same time. So, like, he was savagely murdered by a bear, as well as his girlfriend. And he was pretty insufferable in the documentary because he just thought he was better than everybody, and he's like, they're my
I have
friends.
heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, these are my friends, and I just love them so much. Like, that's how he talks. And it gets a little bit much because you can tell it's a bit. Like, nobody normally just talks like that. And yeah, I feel bad. Nobody deserves to get mauled by a fucking bear. And there's audio of the attack, and it exists, but it's never been released in the public. But they describe it in...
I'm guessing you found it?
No.
Oh.
No, you can't. Because the person that has it is his friend, and she either destroyed it or put it in a safe and refuses to listen to it. She's never listened to it. Werner Herzog, who did the documentary, who's a pretty popular director, they film him while he's listening to it, and he's visibly upset because, like, you're listening to a person being ripped apart and screaming
Right.
and dying. I learned a lot watching that, and it was sure something. But yeah, I would die in a bear attack very easily. I can't climb a tree. I have no upper body strength, even though they can climb too. I can't swim really well, and they're faster than me running, so I'm fucking dead. And if a bear is coming at me, I'm just gonna run headfirst into a fucking tree. So I'm dead.
Adrenaline. You have to hope that adrenaline helps you get up that fucking tree.
I think honestly, I would become like a fucking ninja if adrenaline fully pumped through my body. Like I'd be like parkour and be like hopping on treetops. Parkour.
I got nothing. You win.
Thank you.
Mhm.
There are a couple minutiae. I'm going to skip a lot of them because we talked a lot and nobody cares. This film became the most financially successful independent film of 1976, earning $39 million. We talked about that earlier, breaking several records across the board. Halloween 1978 would break this record 2 years later, and I think it held it for a pretty long time. Claws 1977 is an unrelated independent horror film about a killer grizzly bear in Alaska, was re-released in 1978 in Canada and Mexico as Grizzly 2 to capitalize on the success of both this film and Jaws. That dirty bastard. Grizzly 2 came out in 2020. The film's cast and crew and any and all extras and bystanders were all forbidden to go anywhere near the grizzly bear while the film was being made. Obviously. And this is going to be the last thought, the last minutiae on a grizzly. Filming for a sequel, Grizzly 2 Revenge, started in the early 80s, but it was never entirely completed. An original work print of the film illegally surfaced on the internet in 2007. The film was finally released to theaters and on home video on January 8th, 2021. So even more recently, even though it says Grizzly 2 Revenge 2020, came out in 2021. Filmed in the 80s.
I thought I saw that when I was doing 13 seconds of too much research on that movie.
It's going to be my favorite movie of all time.
Of course it is, because you're a piece of shit.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that is 1976 Grizzly. That's all the minutiae I have. That's all the comments that I have. Matt, you got anything? You got anything else you want to say about Grizzly?
No, I want this to be over.
Okay. So, yeah, that's going to do for Grizzly. Next up will be Day of the Animals from 1977, which kind of falls into the same exact kind of movie. I think there's bears, fucking tigers, birds. There's a bunch of shit. It's Day of the Animals. Who knows? I haven't seen it, but that's what we're going to watch next. Bye.
Flippy floppy.
Hey, Cal.
Yeah?
Parker and Lane came up empty-handed.
Well, look, get him back out there. Nobody sleeps until we get that son of a bitch.
Hey, come on, Kelly. You can't...
Tom, we got a killer on our hands. Now, no excuses, please.
Oh,